And welcome to Overtime, brought to you by KingsCast at www.kingscast.net. I'm Keith Kornelek.
And I'm Chris Kalazewski.
And we are back from Staples Center, blah, blah, blah. Kings suck.
That's right, Kings fans. We are back after a long Thanksgiving weekend. A lot to not be thankful for. We're going to be talking about the St. Louis Blues game, talk about the game against the Stars, and talk about the Blackhawks game that took place tonight at Staples Center. We're also going to give our translation of Siri from the iPhone 4GS, and we'll also give our thanks for what we're thankful for.
And other assorted garbage. So here we go, episode 131, entitled Thankful for Nothing.
All right, Kings fans, so the Kings hit the road for a little mini Midwest road trip, playing the St. Louis Blues at St. Louis, a team that has been fired up because they have a new jerk of a coach, which we've been sort of coveting, but I guess he's off the table now, apparently. But playing the St. Louis Blues in a game that should have been winnable for the Kings, and started off pretty well, back and forth game. Still so much to learn about this Kings team.
I still not really gelling. A lot of back and forth. I mean, Ken Hitchcock bringing that fire to the St. Louis Blues, and we won in kind of a blah-like fashion. Willie Mitchell, of course, with the game winner, but ugh.
Yeah, Willie Mitchell scoring, of course, his first goal of the season, and probably only goal of the season. Not someone that we can be counting on to win us games throughout the year. So, whatever, we'll take the W.
And into Dallas, the Dallas Stars, I played some close games with them, winning the first two, and coming to Dallas, still playing good hockey, but we go up 2-0, and the Kings are something like 8-0-1 when leading after two periods, so we got this. But here's the thing, Kevin Westgarth had the second goal, and when Kevin Westgarth has a second goal and you're up 2-0, something is liable to go awry.
Yeah, something definitely felt wrong after that. But, about a minute left going to the game, Ethan Morrow takes a horrendous slashing penalty, which put the Kings in a tough spot. The Dallas Stars were able to get the equalizer eventually. And, the Kings are here trying to get these 2 points, critical 2 points. They've been 2-0 over the Stars over the year, which is great for a team that's leading the division. And then they blow it there at the end. Yeah,
we still got the point, but yada, yada, yada. I want to talk a little bit about Ethan Morrow, because at the beginning of the season, it kind of felt like a trade deadline pickup that we did at the beginning, and, all the pieces were falling into play. But, he sucks, Trent Hunter sucks, and, Trevor Lewis and Brad Richardson, who, have really the same amount of points, faster skaters, definitely more skill to bring to the table. Terry Murray is now scratched. Tonight as well. I mean, I don't understand. I don't even like Ethan Morrow. He doesn't like the Stape, which, anyone who doesn't like the Stape is...
Yeah, you're immediately dead to us.
Exactly.
After that. So, but, they won the game after... it's just one of the most heartbreaking losses, I think, of the year so far. I mean, you talk about having a team against the ropes and, had 2 points right there. 2-0 win, and then they lose in overtime with Steve Ott with the game winner. I mean, what a heartbreaker.
Well, our friend Surly and Scribe, had a little screen cap, showing that Steve Ott was offsides. So bad call maybe by the refs, but we still should have closed that out.
Yeah.
But what's concerning to me is Drew Doughty still not playing good hockey. I mean, really subpar. Brian Campbell 2.0, maybe Peter Harrell 2.0 at this point. Jack Johnson went for the big hit, ended up losing the game. I mean, your top two defensemen are taking over what, $11 million on the payroll. And, Jack Johnson had a couple of game winners at the beginning of the season, but, where the hell are your top-tier defensemen right now?
Yeah, where's Drew Doughty? A lot to be seen there. We need to see him pick this up.
Yeah, and so, you call up Slava Voinov, of course, gets another goal. I mean, who's the best defenseman this season, Chris?
It's hard to tell.
Well, I think it's Slava Voinov, actually. What's up, Kings fans? Chicago Blackhawks in town. I know we do not match up well against them. That said, I don't like our chances. 4-1 Hawks. So, on to Chicago tonight. Blackhawks in town. Won against Anaheim the previous night. They scored 4 goals in the third period. Granted, it was against a terrible Anaheim Ducks team. But I was not feeling good coming in.
No, I wasn't feeling good the first period. I mean, the Blackhawks were all over the Kings, blocking every pass. It seemed like blocking every shot. I mean, it just seemed like this was a team that's been fired up lately, and they're playing really well. The Kings were struggling throughout the whole time to really get quality scoring chances. And again, where are our top players?
I don't know. All I know is this, is that Sidney Crosby has come back. He's played 2 games. He has more points total than I think all of our bottom 6 and probably most of our defensemen. I mean, people are just not showing up. And, not just, your bottom, Ethan Morrows and Trent Hunters of the world, but, your Jarrett Stolls, who did have a goal tonight, your Dustin Browns, your Justin Williams, they're all in, got a couple of goals maybe on the season. Just not acceptable for a team that, many thought, including Dustin Brown, that would win the West.
Yeah, no, Jarrett Stoll, he got a second goal this season tonight. This is game 22. We're a quarter of the way through the season. And this guy who was a huge part of the team last year, it's just like, what have you done for us lately? Jarrett Stoll, I'm sorry, but you got a goal tonight, but whatever.
What up, Kings fans? Blackhawks in town. It is 1-0 for Chicago at this point, but I really don't like our chances either. It's a little sketchy at this point. I'm going to go ahead and say 7-1 Hawks.
To me, the only redeeming factor tonight was the Kings did block a lot of shots. It could, in a Mark Crawford era, this would have been a 6-2 game, for the Chicago Blackhawks. The Kings did rally a little bit, had some good scoring chances. Simon Gagne was out there with a really nice pass to Kopitar, but you still can't score more than 2 goals a game. And the final score, of course, tonight was 2-1. So defensive battle, but where's the offense in a team that should be pretty stacked?
Yeah, exactly. And talk about a team that's in the low 20s when it comes to overall scoring. That's not an elite team.
All right, end of the second, Hawks up 2-1. I like their chances. Still sticking with 4-1 Hawks.
And you take a look at the record tonight after the game. The Kings are 11, 8, and 4. Now, if you do the math there, they're actually a sub-500 team, 11 and 12. Those are losses. Yes, they count as points, but this is a sub-500 team, and it's just not going to work. It's not elite. This isn't going to take us to the Western Conference Finals. This team has a lot to figure out.
No, and it shouldn't be a team that is that low. On paper,
no.
Everybody agreed that the Kings were definitely, probably top 3 in the Western Conference. Aren't? What the hell are you going to do?
All right, Kings fans, so it is Thanksgiving weekend. We do have a lot to be thankful for the most part. We'll go ahead and do a new segment we like to call Giving Thanks.
Anze Kopitar tearing it up right now, scoring the goals, getting the big plays. Please do not go on a 20-plus scoreless streak.
What I'm thankful for is that we actually have 2 Russians on the team.
Having Jonathans. Sure, Bernier barely ever plays, but it's better to have than a guy named Hiller.
Getting Colin Fraser in the Ryan Smith trade. Dude, he has 1 goal. Suck it.
Lastly, thankful for Morrow, Richardson, and Hunter, who are all UFAs at the end of this season. All right, Kings fans, you like music. Maybe even got a band. Hell, you're maybe even in a boy band. You're the next Justin Timberlake or the burrito guy from X Factor. If you are, send us your music. We'll put you on the show. We'll feature you prominently. Send us an email to kingscast@gmail.com.
Kings fans, and we'll be back in the next week or so to continue talking Kings hockey. Looking forward to it. Until then.
So, sorry about the negative episode, but it happens. We're KingsCast. Are we making the playoffs? Yeah, we still are. I'm Keith Cornelick.
I'm Chris Calzius.
Thank you for watching Overtime. Bye, KingsCast.